Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
And it's a big sports weekend to look forward to. BYU's in Ames, Iowa this weekend to play Iowa State. 4 true freshman quarterbacks have led their teams to unbeaten 7-0 records. You know who they are?
I do not.
Jalen Hurts, Alabama. Jake Fromm, Georgia. Trevor Lawrence, Clemson. And Bear Bachmeier, BYU. Those are the 4. That's it.
The other 3 have been losers since. So
no, I don't know about that. Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he only has a Super Bowl.
Not really.
He only has a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's all. Don't worry about it. Also, the basketball team plays North Carolina in an exhibition game. So it's a big weekend. Who does Missouri have this week?
You betting on it?
Am I betting on it?
Yeah, you doing any prop bets on the games?
Yeah, I've got some tech that I'm going to try out.
Okay, cool.
See if it helps me along.
Missouri goes to Vanderbilt. We'll be in Nashville.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Number 10 versus...
Where you get your anus kicked? For the second time this year?
Not.
You do think not now?
I think not.
Okay. Well, we'll see. They might pull it out. They're pretty good this year.
Yeah. I don't necessarily like your tone, but yes, they are.
I don't know what was wrong with my tone.
I don't know. I just don't like it.
Whatever happened with the BYU-Nebraska exhibition game?
That was 90-89 Nebraska.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are ranked?
8th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Exhibition?
It's an exhibition. It doesn't count. And they're just trying out different
things, yeah.
Different things.
Were they trying out
I'm
different things the last time they played Missouri?
I'm just trying to figure out if
the basketball team. I don't remember the basketball playing Missouri.
Okay.
Should I have hope in Lincoln for Nebraska basketball?
I don't know. I guess they were pretty good.
Quickly losing it for football.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 5-2.
All right.
And who does Nebraska play in football?
Northwestern.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Lincoln. Which
you're 5-2.
Hold on a second.
Is it time
for me to pull out this fun fact? Here we go. I told you this off air. From the Nebraska message board. One thing that hasn't gotten nearly as much attention amid all the doom and gloom is maybe the worst rules stat I've seen. He's 1-10 after starting 5-3, 5-2, and 5-2 at Nebraska.
Oh wow.
Cool.
So he's turning it around.
He's
turning it around.
Yeah, because that's not a helpful stat. That's not a stat you want to see.
No.
This time of year.
He needs to go ahead and sign that Penn State deal now.
You know what? Before the last game in Minnesota, we were like, no. Now we're like,
I can go.
No, let's talk. Let me watch this for a little bit.
Also, maybe a little more importantly, the drums of war are beating again.
They sure are.
And I don't like it. I don't like it. They're actually talking about a land attack in Venezuela now. It's not enough to kill the drug dealers on the boats. Now I guess we're going on to land, do some bombing. I don't know if they're sending troops, but he did say, President Trump said he's going to go to Congress for this, which I feel pretty good about. So go to Congress, and hopefully Congress says, no, you know what? We're all out of war. I'm sorry. Just had enough of war in this country. But we'll see. We'll see. It seems to be almost inevitable at this point, doesn't it?
It does.
And he seems to think Congress is going to approve an attack on Venezuela.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything works out well when you're using the CIA for your intelligence before you embark on operations. So you're right. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Has anything ever gone wrong with the CIA? I don't think so. No. Their involvement always means something good is about to transpire. That's been my experience with the CIA over time. So we're all set, I think. We're all set. Overnight in California, a U-Haul truck backed up near the entrance to a U.S. Coast Guard facility. Here's a look at that.
So the setup is the National Guard went to this U.S. Coast Guard station for possible ICE enforcement. There's protests out there. The audio is so low. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just started backing into him. Now, there was a bystander that was shot. The U-Haul takes off, but according a photographer who was stationed there all day said the U-Haul was sitting there all day, and then all of a sudden decided it was going to back into the blockade there. But then the way the story is written, I sent this to you guys. I don't know if you saw this, but it says that the truck came back. Okay, did we arrest anyone? It came back and parked.
So it's just an autonomous U-Haul truck?
Right.
I didn't know they had one.
Weird.
I'm looking for the exact, because the way this story is written, it's very strange that it came back. Yeah, the truck pulled away when police fired. He paused for a few seconds and then drove off. The driver later returned to the area, parked the truck, and left. What?
And was not arrested? Or
that's what I'm saying. This is according to KPIX.
No one said, hey,
wait, you're the guy. No, I couldn't be the same U-Haul guy. He'd never come back to the scene of the crime.
Weird.
Really weird.
So we don't even know what the deal was.
Not as of right now on the latest reports. I'm not even seeing it on the news things there.
Well, I mean, our ICE and our ICE enforcement guys are in very dangerous territory these days.
Yeah, they're under siege.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they thought that was the case there.
Absolutely.
But
Because you don't know what's coming out of that truck.
No,
if it
not at
opens
all.
up or what's already in it.
Right? They've been attacked too many times.
That could have been a bomb.
Absolutely.
Sure. People could have opened up the back, started firing at them.
That's what I expected to happen.
Wow. Weird. There's just too many really bizarre things going on right now.
Just to keep illegals in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
weird.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Meanwhile, the government shutdown is now in day 24. So today is the 24th day of it. Pennsylvania Senators Tom McCormick, a Republican, and John Fetterman, who was, of course, a Democrat, made a bipartisan video in an attempt to end this Schumer shutdown.
Here we are in Washington, D.C., and it is shut down. But now here, it's both Pennsylvania's voice here in the U.S. Senate, even though we are in a different party. And we both want to talk about why we believe it's so important to reopen this government.
23 days, 12 votes. Senator Fetterman and I have both voted to open up the government. We agree on that 100%.
What are we doing?
It's really starting to hurt Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvanians, air traffic controllers, border patrol, and also 2 million recipients of SNAP. We've got to get the government open. That's our main responsibility.
Isn't
and
that right,
I'd say
John?
that regardless of what party's in the majority.
So I think our votes are about country over party at this point. And now we have 2 million Pennsylvanians that rely on SNAP. That's going to stop. And now we can stop, reopen this government, and have an earnest conversation about extending those tax credits. We know we're going to participate in this process. That's why we both vote to open up our government.
Daddy.
We're in a different party. We're on the same team for Pennsylvania and our nation.
Pennsylvanians expect it. Pennsylvanians deserve it.
That's awesome.
Even though we are in different parties, we still think along the same line on this.
Yes.
Right, Bill? Or whatever your stupid name is.
Oh, gosh.
Well, look.
Well, you got through it, though.
They did.
And they
Got
picked
through
up
it.
a couple
They
of
did.
more. They did another vote yesterday where they would have paid essential government workers, military, and Democrats refused to vote for that. But they did pick up Ossoff and Warnock of Georgia to go along with Fetterman. So they're getting closer.
Good.
But and Rand Paul voted for that as well. But it makes me think back to last November when we had 4 Senate seats. The final vote was very close. Democrats took the seats in Arizona, Nevada, Michigan, and Wisconsin, and the GOP didn't seem to care. I didn't seem to want to challenge the results, and boy, you could really use those votes now in the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
They were happy enough with Trump winning and getting the majorities, but
That's
okay.
why we want to open back up, Keith.
Even though we are not of the same political party.
But we are for our state and our nation.
yeah, I don't think the iPad goes outdoors, and it's kind of far away from the camera, so he was on his own, man.
Yeah. It was good stuff. And President Trump was asked about the shutdown yesterday, too.
I think the Democrats have gone totally crazy, and you don't know what they're going to do because they don't care about the people. They don't. I really think they have no leadership. They have a lot of very low IQ people. Jasmine Crockett is a low IQ person. A lot of them are. I don't want to insult too many of them, but a lot of them are.
But her, that's fine.
They have no rudder. I don't think they know what they're doing right now. They've never done this before. They always agreed to go and, called an extension. Let's do an extension and talk. Even today, look at what happened today. They don't want to pay the people that have worked. And, this was supposed to be this was a test. And they wouldn't pay the people that have been working. They said, no, we don't want to pay them. This is all the Democrats. Now, all we need is 5 Democrats. And I know a lot of Democrats that are saying they're more than 5. Probably not that many more than 5, but they're more than 5. And all we need is like 5 Democrat votes so we open our country again. Sad, though, we have the greatest economy in our history. We have the highest stock market. All these things are rocking. We will have by the end of my first year more than $20 trillion of investment. The all-time record is $3 trillion. I think it's China. We're going to have $20 or $21 trillion. We've never had anything like it coming in because of tariffs. The money pouring into our country, the plants that are opening, AI, automobiles, everything. And the Democrats want to close our country. They're really, they say deranged. They are. They suffer. I guess it's Trump derangement syndrome, which I think is going down now as an official condition by the doctors. I think they get paid extra money if they handle it because it's more difficult to handle than a normal mental disease. But you know what?
I mean, that's a fact.
They really should approve an extension, get the country back to work, get the people paid. And, it's very simple. You just don't know what's going on. There's something wrong with them. It's sad, actually.
I just wish my dad were still alive to see Trump 2.0 because that was 2 minutes of gold right there.
Sure was. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Also at the White House yesterday, all of the law enforcement heads of the Trump administration were on hand. The president took the occasion to announce the thousands of gang-related arrests so far under his watch.
In a matter of weeks, the task force has made the largest number of arrests of cartel leaders, operatives, and gang members in American history, more than 3,000 and counting. That includes members of the ultra-violent New Generation Cartel, the Sinaloa Cartel, the LNFM Cartel, MS-13 Cartel, and MS-13, the gang, and Tren de Aragua, another beauty. That's a group of real garbage we have to deal with, we shouldn't have to deal with. These are, in addition to the massive numbers of dangerous criminals my administration arrested nationwide since January 20th, numbering over 120,000. It's a record, and 120,000 criminal arrests. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, coming up, we're gonna show you what the president had to say about the latest attack on narco terrorists and why he isn't declaring war on them. So then there was a question from a French reporter.
Oh no!
This was awesome.
Oh no!
It didn't go real well.
It did not go well at all.
But,
and I thought, come on now.
Right.
I mean, I did too.
You thought, come on now, from who? The reporter?
From Donald Trump.
Trump and
okay.
Pam Bondi.
Yeah.
I could understand.
Yeah.
I could too.
Yesterday, there was a vote at the Knesset on annexing the West Bank. Do you see it as a challenge to your peace efforts?
Could you say that louder, please?
Yes. Yesterday, there was a vote at the Knesset in Israel on annexing the West Bank. Do you see it as a challenge to your peace efforts?
Will you answer that, please? Because I cannot understand the words you say. Where are you from? Where are you from?
France.
You're from France. Beautiful accent, but we can't understand what you're saying.
She's going to lose her gig with her network because of that.
Really weird.
Yes.
She might.
Yeah, but I think she needed to say Knesset instead of Nesset. That might have helped a little bit.
I don't think so.
Huh?
You know what she was talking about.
I know.
So you think they were faking it? Because he's done that before, where he has said he can't understand, and we've picked up on it. I genuinely think he couldn't. I don't know if Pam Bondi just said that's not my lane. So maybe she just deferred that way. But what she was referring to, the reporter, was that vote in the Knesset to annex part of the West Bank, which was a symbolic thing, they said, But even J.D. Vance was over there saying, not helpful.
Right.
Not helpful.
The timing's not ideal, probably. But, for Israel to annex Judea and Samaria, is that a problem for anybody? I mean, it's a problem for a lot of people. It's not a problem for me. Go ahead. It's their country. It doesn't seem like it because we've been calling it the occupied West Bank now for 50 or 60 or 70 years. Right. But that's not what it is. It's part of Israel. Jeez. They're gaining their territory back that is rightfully theirs and was given to them when this thing was first partitioned back in 1947. So it's irritating. And the timing is problematic, though. I mean, we're just on the threshold of getting the ceasefire going. So maybe it's not the right time for that. But it's hard to deny that Judea isn't part of Israel.
Agreed. But,
come on.
But it is kind of a way of just kind of putting the knife in a little deeper. And you know what? Come to think, now that I'm talking it out outside of my own head with you, I'm okay with it. It is kind of that extra little extra stab of knife. Yeah.
I mean, they just gave up 2,000 prisoners to the Palestinians.
Yeah.
You want them to roll over and play dead now? They're not going to. They're not going to. And here was the president talking about Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman.
What's your reaction to Representative Dan Goldman calling on NYPD to arrest ICE agents who he says are acting illegally? He says they are illegally assaulting people and illegally detaining people at immigration courts in New York.
Well, I know Dan, and Dan's a loser. You understand. He's a guy that doesn't have what it takes. He's been trying so hard, and they're exhausted. I mean, it's so ridiculous, right? A suggestion like that. So, they're just trying so hard. And it's not working. They've even now started imitating me, of all people. They want to imitate me. And they start using foul language, but they use too much of it. You can't use the F word 7 times in one sentence. It doesn't work. It might work once every 7 news conferences, but you can't do it. You can't do it 7 times in one sentence. So I don't know.
I disagree with that.
They're really, they're in big trouble, that party. Go ahead.
I know, Dan.
Dan's a loser. I know Dan. He's a loser.
Dan. He doesn't have what it takes.
That's great. Some good advice, though. He's trying to help. He's trying to help the Democrats.
Yeah.
You've gone too far, too fast. All right, so relax on the F word. Use it once in a while, sure.
Make a point.
He also shared some thoughts on Senator Adam Schiff.
Adam Schiff is one of the lowest forms of scum I've ever dealt with in politics. He's a horrible human being, very dishonest person. I have no idea what's going on. You tell me that he's going to be indicted. I don't know. You could ask Pam. I don't know if she could say it. Probably you are allowed to say it, but I wouldn't know about that. I can only tell you he's a very bad, I think he's actually a sick person.
That's outstanding.
He is a sick person.
Is that appropriate for Adam Schiff or what? I mean, that's just truth. He's just speaking the truth there.
Sick person Adam Schiff is a lot better nickname than Shifty Schiff.
Sure is.
That was. I mean, he was on fire at this thing yesterday.
Maybe Pam could talk about it, but I don't know about it. This guy.
I love it. It's pretty amazing. We've never seen anything like it.
That's for sure.
Never seen anything like it. And so it's refreshing.
It kind of is. I know, Dan. He's a loser. He tries hard.
And Adam Schiff is just the worst kind of scum there is on the planet. Just the worst, lowest piece of scum you could possibly imagine.
Where are you from? Are you from? I have a great accent. I can't understand what you're saying. Who's next?
Learn how to speak English, will you?
Is there an American reporter?
Speak American.
Go ahead, ask me something.
I think doctors get paid more to do a case of TDS than anything else because it's so tough.
That's an actual
Pretty
thing
good stuff.
now, yeah.
Pretty good stuff. Also, same event. Director of Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh, this is tough, man.
Exposed a criminal ring that traffics babies. This is really horrible.
The most insidious was providing intelligence to the Mexican law enforcement that led to the arrest of a CJNG cartel-affiliated baby trafficker called La Diabla. Her whole money-making operation was centered around luring pregnant women, performing illegal C-sections, harvesting organs, and selling newborn babies.
Wow.
Mr. President, it's your leadership that has made all of this possible. I can tell you, in the midst of this government shutdown, our folks, like everyone around this table, are working 24/7 without pay and eager to get after this because they believe in your leadership and the mission that you have presented to them. Thank you, Mr. President. I'll hand this off to Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that's what's her face at the table too? Susan Wild, right?
Susie Wild, yeah.
She's like the chief of staff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's is she down in Ozempic for lunch and dinner?
Let's get the
she's
last
lost a lot
shot
of weight.
there. Oh,
And she's lost a lot of weight, man. I hope she's okay. I hope it is wanted weight loss.
Well, she's at the table. She must be okay.
Okay. All right. Good job. You know what? You look great.
Jeffy's just concerned.
You look great. I'm just concerned.
He's such a caring person.
Yeah.
That this is just
he is.
on brand for him.
Right.
Thank you.
That's exactly right.
Thank you.
We all know that. He just cares about human life and human beings.
I do.
Humans
Beautiful.
first, he often says.
Beautiful. It really is.
I just
It's
care
beautiful.
that I want the chicks to look good.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh, wait. Okay,
Nice.
now we're
I
getting...
noticed.
There-
I noticed she's looking better. What do you want from me?
Nothing.
I'm just concerned.
Nothing. We just love it when your true self comes shining through.
Every time I see her, I'm always reminded Pat Summerall's daughter. Right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Forgot about that. Huh. When did he die? It's been probably 15 years
time.
or so,
About 15
hasn't it?
years, yeah.
So she was talking about the baby racket that's going on. Did you see what they're doing
horrible.
in Pennsylvania, too? Speaking of horrible
Yes,
things happening to babies, the mostly Democrat Pennsylvania Judiciary Committee passed 6 abortion measures this week, including 5 regular bills and one that's the first step in amending the state constitution to enshrine reproductive rights as a constitutional right in Pennsylvania. The amendment would remove all current restrictions on abortion. So it would not limit abortion after 24 weeks like they do now.
Right.
It's limited first 24 weeks, and then after that, sorry, it's illegal. It would take that away.
It's going to be a destination.
It would eliminate the exception after that for when the pregnancy poses a serious health risk or threatens the life of the mother. During a hearing before the voting meeting, one of the state reps, who is a Republican, held up a model of an unborn baby at 26 weeks during a discussion about the amendment to remind members, you're talking about human life here. You're talking about an actual baby. Did you see the little model she had? They don't.
And do they care?
They don't. But she was saying their feet are formed, their eyes. It's a perfect human being. We've got to regard life in America again. And we have to face what we've allowed in this nation for 50-plus years. But they didn't.
I mean, that's incredible.
They don't
and we talk about it with, when we do the preborn commercials, and we talked about it outside of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, people who have children, those of us that have children, have all hung the scans on our refrigerators to look at the baby inside the mother's womb.
Yeah.
We know that it's a human. We treat it like a human.
Right.
It's incredible that they don't see that.
It's inconceivable, really. It's inconceivable. I keep using that word. I don't think it means what I think it means.
It doesn't.
Jeez.
So this is going to be interesting. If this thing plays out, I was just quickly looking to see if this gets to Josh Shapiro's desk, would he sign it? I mean, I see where...
Right. It's important to note, this is just the committee, so it hasn't been voted on by the legislature yet.
Right. But if this thing progresses...
This
is going to be interesting because, he has to be considered one of the front runners on the Democrat side.
Right.
I'd love to see him defending this in a debate with like a J.D. Vance or someone. And then when I was looking to see if he's come out in support of this, going to sign this, if it ever gets to him, and why would he take a stand at this point?
Right.
But let's just say it does. Another story came up here from July. Governor Josh Shapiro calls supporters of a ban on transgender athletes extremist politicians.
Oh, my God.
So if you want to nominate this guy that on the surface looks like, Oh, he's a Democrat that seems like a common fella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So fine, if he has to defend stuff like this, make him your nominee.
I'll bet you this. I'll bet it's passed, and he signs it into law.
Yeah.
And so abortion would be legal under this, under these new rules, right up to birth. And there's no escape from that. They can't be saying, "Oh, that's a fantasy land. That's not happening. Nobody does that." Well, why did you just pass that bill then and sign it into law?
You've made your state a destination for it to happen.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And there was another thing that came out yesterday. It was something along the lines of these Freedom of Information Act documents were recently uncovered that showed the Obama administration paid for fresh baby parts. I believe it was from Planned Parenthood, but they had to be fresh. I mean, just evil stuff, man. You share.
But these aren't extremists.
No.
They're not extreme at all. These are just good, old-fashioned, everyday Americans
who care about women's rights.
Yeah, right. Reproductive rights. Oh, okay. All right. Also, President Trump continues to get heat for the remodeling project. I've been blown away.
I have too.
At the amount of vitriol over this. Why do you even care?
It's really amazing that the anger that these people are having over a remodel.
The fake indignity over remodeling the East Wing. Yeah. But you said you weren't going to do that. So
they were giddy that Obama was bulldozing the grounds for a basketball court.
Right.
Played the video from CNN.
And that was a $320 million project. It was more expensive than this.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the basketball
and we paid for it.
The basketball court at least brought us meat mitts. Video. Remember got that because he was playing basketball at the White House.
Right.
Couldn't make a shot.
And we figured because he was 2 for 22.
Couldn't make a shot, yeah.
With meat mitts on my hands, could I do better than 2 for 22?
Yeah, what would you end up with? It was much better.
And the answer
was a lot better. Yeah.
I think it was 4 or 5 for 22.
It was better.
It was definitely better.
Yes.
Probably 6, 7. Okay.
6, 7.
Thank you.
6 to 8.
Thank you for picking that up. So, okay, this next video, though, the White House, we've often said we love how there's no one in this administration that just takes the criticism laying down. They push back harder than before. So what they did is on the timeline of whitehouse.gov is they show the different remodeling big events at the White House over the years, and then it kind of goes a little bit off the rails, maybe. Watch this. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so look at all these remodel. Oh, War of 1812, we had to refix it there, and I got the addition of the South Portico, addition of the North Portico.
Beautiful.
Yeah, West Wing comes along. Look at that, the Oval Office. Look at this, Rose Garden. Yeah, East Wing. Let's go. Total reconstruction. We got the briefing. Wait, the Bill Clinton. Wait, hold on. We got the Muslim Brotherhood visiting. But wait, what? The tennis pavilion. Okay. Wait, we got cocaine discovered. We got Trans Day of Visibility. North and South flagpoles. Rose Garden. And then renovation. East Wing renovation. Okay, somebody sent this to me.
That's awesome.
And I went to whitehouse.gov last night. And sure thing, that's exactly how it is at whitehouse.gov. Because it looks like it wouldn't be real. But thank you, stay in your lane, for sending me.
No, they're going to hit back. Yeah. They're going to hit back, and they do every single time.
So funny.
So glad they're not taking this laying down. To remind everybody that, who did the bowling alley? Was that was it Carter? Was it Truman? I don't know. But the bowling alley was put in. The basketball court was put in. They showed you all of the wing additions that have been done over the years. They've remodeled 1 million times. Truman remodeled virtually the whole thing, and nobody
and Truman was
complained.
The bowling alley.
It was Truman. Okay. Wow. So that bowling alley's been there a long time.
1947.
Time to remodel that thing. Do they have the automatic scoreboard and all that?
I'm sure it's been updated.
I hope so.
I hope
so.
Come on now.
You'd hate to see just a run-of-the-mill 1940s bowling alley.
It'd be a collector's edition now.
It would.
Wait, and then a second bowling alley lane was added.
Yeah, because you can't have one.
Right, by Nixon.
That's awesome. Yeah, because of the old school, you only put in one.
But now, all of a sudden, it's the worst thing that's ever happened.
Yep.
888-933-93. We'll check in with Jeffy and a Fat Five coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Couple of tweets for you. Critical Pathology tweets, the U-Haul driver didn't want to be charged for the bullet damage, so
he got the deposit.
He made the government return it.
That's why you got to buy a little extra insurance.
Buy insurance.
Got to buy it.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the gate guards, by the way. We should note the work of the gate guards.
Okay.
Who weren't just sitting there taking it.
Yeah.
Thanks to the gate guards.
Yeah, okay.
For doing their
Good.
jobs. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Chris isn't interested in defending his boys. Okay.
From Skip to Zip, the Trump administration has arrested so many drug dealers that Hunter Biden is complaining about skyrocketing prices for booger sugar.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
That's
Hunter,
a new one.
booger sugar, but Hunter has actually been out. He's complained about the video, the meme that Trump sent out, with him pooping on with the airplane dropping poop on the protesters. And he's in John Carl's new book talking about how pissed he was at Barack Obama for helping his dad off the stage. How dare you touch the president of the United States? He said, I about jumped on the stage and told him, don't ever touch the effing president of the United States like that again.
Well, he did it because he wouldn't have made it down those stairs without his help.
But Hunter
That's
said he was just recognizing the audience.
What?
He was just recognizing. Remember when he was standing on the stage and then Obama grabbed his wrist and then
let
helped him off the stage?
Yeah, because he couldn't get off the stage by himself, as always.
He's zoned out.
Yeah.
It had to be Jill or Obama.
Or whoever his handler was.
Somebody helping him off the stage every time.
What's her face from Italy had to do it when he was over in Europe.
I can't believe I'm going to defend Barack Obama here. Hunter Biden, chill out. If
There's no doubt about that.
Barack had stood there and done nothing, you would have bitched that he didn't help your dad off the stage to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, that, and Barack, in all fairness, handled it great.
Yes.
He took it, didn't make any big deal about it.
Yes.
No, right.
Walked him off.
Yeah. It's not
Put
like
his
he
arm
tapped
on
him
put his
the
arm on his
shoulder.
back
He
and
didn't
walked
try to
him
make
off.
him look stupid.
Right.
He can do that on his own, Joe
Didn't
Biden.
seem like he was trying to humiliate him.
No, he was saving him.
Right.
Go snort a line there,
Right.
Hunter.
He was saving him.
Sons of Thunder 44 tweets, when does Pat offer prop bets? Like the over-under on fat shaming during an episode.
That's it. We need to start that.
0.5.
We need to start that.
Take the over every time.
I like it. No doubt.
We still got to talk about the NBA scandal because it's interesting.
Incredible. I love it.
Right now, it's the time for the Fat Five from Jeff.
I love it. All right, here we go again. More than 6 million eggs being recalled for potential salmonella contamination. Black Sheep Egg Company first issued this voluntary recall on hundreds of thousands of cartons of eggs at the end of September. Well, then, because the FDA had tested 7 different strains of salmonella in 40 samples taken from its Arkansas processing center. Then last week, they found the Ken's Hens issued a recall after 12-count egg cartons. Black Sheep distributes eggs to both wholesalers and retailers. Some eggs may have been rebranded with different packaging by other companies. They're large-scale deliveries of eggs sold to third parties, restaurants, and retailers. So far, no illnesses have been reported in connection with the Ken's Hens recall. But thousands are still out there. They don't know. They don't know. The ones that were recalled specifically, the Black Sheep Egg Company 12-count, the 18-count, and the Ken's Hens 12-count cartons of the grade AA large eggs. So, if you got the eggs in your fridge without the label and you're unsure, go ahead and eat them. Take a shot. Throw them away. Throw them away. Or take them back to where you purchased them. And if you start developing symptoms, you know what the symptoms are, right?
No. What are they?
You don't?
You ask.
Of salmonella?
Diarrhea and a fever higher than 102.
Okay.
Diarrhea for more than 3 days that's not improving. Bloody diarrhea.
Okay, no.
Vomiting that you can't keep liquids down. Signs of dehydration such as not being.
All right, I think I got it.
Dry mouth and throat. No, it's not done yet, though.
I know, that's all right.
Or you can you should contact your health professional.
Okay.
So, good luck. God bless. Number nine that we know of has now happened. The Trump administration has now carried out 9 known strikes against alleged narcotics trafficking boats since last month, leading to at least 37 deaths. The first 7 strikes were within the Caribbean Sea, but this week the strategy broadened to the East Pacific. The first strike took place Tuesday with 2 people killed. A defense official confirmed the vessel was in international waters off of Colombia. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth posted on X today, at the direction of President Trump, the Department of War carried out yet another lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by a designated terrorist organization. Okay. And yet again it goes on, and they will not escape justice, and we will find them and kill them until the threat to the American people is extinguished. And then he posted the second strike took place on Wednesday, killing 3 more, with the post reading, almost the same with the second strike. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump, have we seen both strikes? Okay.
I believe we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
similar.
I think we did.
All right. Let's go. Why would I call for them then? And then President Trump, cut 26, I believe, commented yesterday.
We have the Gulf of America, and there are very few boats, very, very few boats, not even fishing boats, to be honest. I don't want to do that to the fishing industry, but it's been so effective. And our sea drugs, as they call them, they use the term sea drugs, the drugs coming in by sea, are like 5% of what they were a year ago, less than 5%. So now they're coming in by land, and even the land is concerned, because I told them that's going to be next. The land is going to be next, and we may go to the Senate, we may go to the Congress, and
may go to
tell them about it.
Pete,
but I can't imagine they'd have any problem with it. I think, in fact, while we're here, I think it's a good idea, Pete. You go to Congress, you tell them about it. What are they going to do? Say, gee, we don't want to stop drugs pouring in. They're killing 300,000 people a year. I think that's the real number, 300,000 people a year. So between that and my discussion with President Xi, I think we have never made progress like we've made.
Then he was asked about the declaration of war.
Oh.
Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. They're going to be like dead. Okay?
I swear I didn't think that was real when I first saw it.
Really?
I thought, that can't be real.
It's real.
It is.
They're going to be like dead. Next question.
Yep, next. I mean, that's the same. Are
they going to be graveyard dead, though?
Oh, yeah.
Is it graveyard dead?
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Bring in Sheriff Grady Judd, they will be.
I don't understand if they're such a threat that they need to be blown out of the water, then if they survive, then why aren't you prosecuting them? Why are you just releasing them?
Yeah, Pete gave some convoluted answer.
Ecuador said
yesterday
and
at this
they're an
event.
ally. They're like, I don't see the problem. There's nothing illegal here, and they let him go.
Pete gave some convoluted answer yesterday at this at this conference, and he talked about how they used to do it in Afghanistan. He talked about the 2 or the 1 person that was still alive, and it was really kind of weird. And I thought, okay, sure. Whatever you say.
Well, there were 2 survivors, right,
yes.
of the one attack. Correct. And one of them, I think, went to jail. The other, Ecuador set free because there was no evidence against him. Mm-hmm. So that's...
Is it because they blew up the evidence?
Don't know. I don't know. I do not know.
Guilty enough.
Because we will kill you graveyard dead.
There you go.
Yeah. So we're going to kill you graveyard dead. And then, but if you survive and somehow you're not graveyard dead... You can go home.
Get out of here.
So
we don't have any evidence.
When's that Senate vote?
Get out of here.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, I'm barely okay with these kinetic rounds blowing up these boats.
Yeah, we've talked about it many times.
I know, but I am not okay with boots on the ground.
No, I'm not either.
This on land stuff. No.
But I will say, I don't know. He did declare the cartels.
Yes, he did.
Terrorist organizations.
Yes, he did. So
my thought was, all right, so that means we're going in to Mexico to get the Sinaloa cartel
correct.
and the Gulf cartel and
go after their money,
whoever else.
And they still may.
and maybe they will. But is it different then because they're doing it in Venezuela? Maybe it's because I'm not as familiar with the drugs coming from Venezuela as I am what's been happening from Mexico.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, but
and a lot of the people supposed to be in the know of these the drug trafficking routes believe that the Venezuelan drugs usually end up in Europe.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's a long trip.
Yeah, that's fine.
So by boat? So these boats are headed for Europe?
They do stop. They do stop to other places.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just their destination.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to see a great show on drugs and destination, watch the show on Prime, 000. It's awesome. It's about 6 to 8 episodes. I can't remember how many there are. But it's all about the rise of a new drug dealer and the shipment of drugs from the U.S. to Italy and to Europe and how it gets sidetracked. It's fascinating. Really good show. Okay. And it's not. I believe that it's based, on true events. They, don't say that. But the Mafia is involved, and I don't think there's an NBA player in it. But there could have. I have to go back and watch it to see if there actually is. Hey, if you're not a subscriber to Blaze TV, now's a good time to become one. Go to blazetv.com/Pat and save $20 off an annual subscription. Subscribe today, blazetv.com/Pat. And a quick reminder to subscribe to my daily Chewing the Fat podcast that I'm calling Chewing the Fat Fat 5 Plus. I give you a few more stories that I don't get to here on Pat Unleashed daily. So the Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, you could subscribe to that as well. You know what? It's hard to find a trustworthy company these days, especially in Medicare, which is why my recent experience with Chapter was so great. Got a hold of them on the phone to see if I could find a better plan, to see if I needed to take any kind of action at all. And turned out I didn't. I already had a great plan, didn't have to do anything. And I was a little stressed out about it because I kept hearing from people, if you don't sign up for this, you'll have to pay a massive penalty on that. You'll be paying more for the rest of your life. Anyway, most Medicare agents are salespeople who will sign you up for any plan that makes them money. Chapter advisors, though, put your needs over their commissions. They're the only ones who look at every plan nationwide. If you're on the best plan for you, as they did with me, they'll tell you straight out. If there's a better one, they'll help you switch. A lot of people, they help save an average of $1,100 per year. And the best part, they make things quick and easy. They can review your options and give you peace of mind in 20 minutes, and their service doesn't cost you anything. That's awesome. It's free. So dial pound 250. Say the keyword unbiased help to choose your 2026 plan. That's keyword. That's pound 250 first. Then the keywords unbiased help.
And now, Pat Gray returns.
He does, and this is the Chewing the Fat 5 segment here on Pat Gray Unleashed. What is happening over at Meta? The way it's presented, AI jobs should be the safest jobs out there. Well, Meta is conducting mass layoffs at its AI unit, even as it pours billions into the tech. They're cutting at least 600 jobs in its AI unit. But according to them, it's not a sign the company is backing off of AI. Rather, that Zuckerberg wasn't satisfied with the longstanding AI efforts and has been reshaping its push by starting a new lab and luring talent from competitors with multi-million-dollar compensation packages. In a memo to staff, Meta's chief AI officer, Alexander Wang, who, by the way, was brought over after Meta invested $14.3 billion in his company. It's a side note. Reducing the size of the team will help get decisions made more efficiently. Okay. All right. Have fun. As for sports, we have the Toronto Blue Jays facing off with the Los Angeles Dodgers, World Series, Game 1 tonight in Toronto. Looking forward to that. Over in the National Football League, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell reaffirmed the league's commitment to have Bad Bunny headline next year's Super Bowl halftime show, despite pushback from the Trump administration and others over the selection of the Puerto Rican superstar.
Decision to choose Bad Bunny as your Super Bowl halftime performer?
He's one of the leading and most popular entertainers in the world. That's what we try to achieve. It's an important stage for us. It's an important element to the entertainment value.
In this country, do people know
it's
the world?
Carefully thought through. Mm-hmm. I would say that I'm not sure we've ever selected an artist where we didn't have some blowback or criticism. It's pretty hard to do it when you have literally hundreds of millions of people that are watching. But we're confident it's going to be a great show, and that he understands the platform that he's on, and I think it's going to be exciting and a united moment.
Is he big?
So there.
Is he big in this country? Because I don't know. My impression was it's mostly Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Almost all Spanish?
Yeah. He's Chris's people.
He's what?
Chris's people.
Oh, he's... Okay.
So yes,
well, he's from Puerto Rico.
To answer your question, this country, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Water, big water, ocean water.
Puerto Rico.
Wow.
I know.
I mean,
know.
Whatever.
I know. And I am looking forward to college football this weekend. Absolutely. BYU 11th ranked. You talked about going.
No. Yeah. Right.
You know.
Yep.
Playing Iowa State. Mizzou's taking on Vanderbilt. A little concerned about that game.
Yeah.
And Nebraska at Northwestern, which
should get that one. Should get that win.
You should. One would think that would happen.
You should be bowl eligible after this weekend.
One would think that would happen.
One would think. Yes. Although Northwestern
just beat
Penn
someone,
State.
didn't they? Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. After they lost to who'd they lose to early? Tulane. And badly. I mean, they lost like 23-3, I think, to Tulane. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe
see.
they're
Should
turning around at Northwestern.
Maybe.
Shut up. Next week.
I mean, you play. Is it in Lincoln? It's in Lincoln.
It's in Lincoln.
Okay, because I don't know that I forgot Northwestern even had a stadium anymore. I mean, they've almost shut down that program.
Yeah.
There was some big issues with that program. So
well, they need to focus on academics at Northwestern.
That's what it is.
You know, it's a big academic school. That's what they need to do.
Okay, well.
All right, 888-900-3393. There's more on the way.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Oh, speaking of Paul Harvey, we got a little flashback here from Paul Harvey. This is fascinating.
Oh, maybe he came back to life.
No, actually, this is from 1987. Here's what he had to say.
Paul Harvey, news and comment. Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
We already did that, Paul.
Is New York's Donald Trump running for president? He bought full-page ads in 3 East Coast newspapers today stating his views on foreign policy, and these ads will win him a following. In the ads, he says, there's nothing wrong with American foreign policy that little backbone won't cure. He says, America should stop defending countries that can afford to defend themselves. He says we should make Japan, other such countries, pay for their own defense.
Thank you.
And he says, we have no business spending ourselves broke in the Middle East, protecting ships that are not ours, and oil that we don't need.
Okay.
Wow.
Pretty consistent.
Think about it.
And, of course, he did not run that year, but...
Seems like he kept some of the beliefs.
Yeah, does seem that way. That's interesting. Pretty fascinating. Almost 40 years ago now.
Oh.
Jeez.
Killing me small.
Incredible.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Got some tweets here. Trav Dockery tweets. Can we get Jeffy's old podium in the studio? He's full-time now. And having to balance his computer like a bum on a train. Large people are people too.
Thank you. Thank you for noticing.
Actually,
I appreciate it.
His podium is right there.
It is right outside, and they won't allow it in. Is the problem? It's just outside the door. It's like, there you go. You could have that, maybe, fat man, maybe.
There's no room in here. I mean, it's a big, sturdy, wide.
You see my struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd love to help you, Jeff, but there's no room.
No room.
No room.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? From Bunter Hyden, the problem now is when those people are like dead, they become Democrat voters for life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, when they're like dead. From Giblets, in light of the alleged NBA/Mafia betting scandal, will Nike be releasing a line of concrete Jordans?
Oh, no.
That's awesome.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's really good.
That'd be good.
All right. Yesterday, FBI Director Kash Patel made a big announcement about the gambling ring with a connection to some prominent NBA names.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Casa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese crime families.
Then we must do what must be done over there. You talking to me, huh? You talking to me? You ain't talking to me about no NBA scandal. We ain't involved.
You owe us money.
Over there.
You owe us money.
Play a little round ball.
Have you read the details on how complex this was?
It's awesome.
It's pretty amazing.
So this is a 4-year investigation.
Yeah.
And I read 2 different numbers, and I'm either one is kind of weird to me. Okay, so we have the families involved, 4 of the 5 families, and we have NBA players.
Why'd they leave out the Colombo family?
The Colombo family is not part of it. I don't know.
Are the Colombos working on bringing back the TV show?
I think they're. I didn't realize that they were bringing that.
They're paid enough in royalties from the syndication that they don't need the gambling thing anymore.
Maybe they're not part of the crime families anymore.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They're gun legit.
School. Maybe they haven't updated the 5 family list. I don't know. And they were talking about how much money they made. All right. And one of the report I saw said $7 million. And another report I saw said $10 million.
Way more than that.
And I thought, okay, now $7 million to you, maybe nothing.
To the mob, that's nothing, right?
These NBA players and
that's nothing to
the
them.
Mafia, the 5 families.
I heard it
$7 million. Are you kidding me?
I heard it was way more than that.
Okay,
like
great.
Tens or hundreds of millions.
Okay, so I hope that. I hope that's true. I hope that's true because it's embarrassing. Is the mob fallen for?
It wouldn't be worth it otherwise,
right? Well, apparently it is. If it's that low of an amount, and we've gone
hardly worth doing.
We've gone to this extreme.
It's crazy,
man. The other mafia families from Russia or Asia or the rest of them must be doing a lot better.
From what I understand, too, they weren't doing this at casinos, right? These are
correct.
These are
private games.
Private games that are illegal, and so they're cheating at those.
Correct.
And they have a set mark, like they're bringing in a really rich guy. And they're going to scam money from it.
But do we know the electronic stuff? What was
they had
X-ray machine somehow.
They had the table set up, the X-ray table. They had
it's pretty amazing.
The card shuffler was rigged to read the cards,
right?
And they had cards marked where they had certain glasses that could see the cards
and contact lenses
that could see the cards.
Good grief.
And with the X-ray table, it was set up so that the app would read it, and then someone on the outside would send the message to what the cards were.
I'm surprised we haven't heard Michael Jordan's name involved in this because he's a big time gambler.
I think
he loves to gamble.
I think there's I watched a couple of videos last night of other sports people saying that they were invited to these games, that they know people who have been to these games. Many of them knew that it was. I don't think that's a fair game. I think you're getting had, and there was a lot of that stuff. People knew.
Yeah,
people knew that it was going on.
And
the point shaving stuff and the prop betting in the NBA is the big. I have the most problem with.
Yeah, that's
if you have $1 million. They said one guy lost over $1 million. Okay, well, if you're losing $1 million at the table, probably can afford it. Maybe not. They were talking about how the crime family was coming after people that owed them money. Well, that's what they do. Mm-hmm. That's what you owe them money. They expect their money. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this. That's what they do.
Yeah,
that's why you don't want to borrow money from them unless you absolutely have to. But you just don't want to. But the whole point shaving thing, I got a real problem with. And there was plenty of times when you thought to yourself, okay, that's got to be. I mean, a player gets hurt, a player goes, leaves the game, a player doesn't make a shot and actually covers a number for these bets, and you think to yourself that it got to be rigged. Well, now we know it is,
right,
or it was,
right.
We know that it was.
You got to see this
because we didn't have the facts on it.
You got to see this montage from one game of the Rozier guy. For Heat. Just watch. He's a bad actor. Oh shoot! Look at his act. Oh,
dang it!
Watch this pass. Watch this.
He started running before the guy even picked the ball up.
He sure did.
Oh my gosh!
Watch this. Oh, bad pass
oopsie
again.
daisies!
All the same game.
No way!
Airball. I mean, this is insane. Just having a bad night on the court. Shoot, another brick.
The thing that they don't realize is with the way the prop bets and all these prop bets work, they're doing it online now. It's so easy to get caught.
Look at me sucking still.
Pissed would you be if you're his teammate,
right? Or a fan, or
a fan.
Well, a fan. You wouldn't be pissed if you were making the bet. If you were a teammate in on the bet.
Yeah, but are they?
So
they don't know that they are. They don't know about this.
Well, okay.
Well, some of them were saying that they were doing it for their friends, and they were doing it for themselves, and the friends would make the bets. And what's his face? I think it was him that they showed up, and split up the $200,000 that they made on the night that he left early.
So apparently Damon Jones had private information about an injury that LeBron James was going through.
Told his buddies to bet on it.
And shared that non-public information. There was a game where Chauncey Billups' Trailblazers got blown out, and I think it was against Cleveland. I forget. But apparently the information was communicated. Yeah, we're gonna get
blown out
tonight.
Yeah.
In hindsight, that Terry Rozier film is pretty damning.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it was Rozier. I forget what player it was, and it's easy enough to find out. But where he knew he was he said, "I'm going to leave early. I'm going to leave, go out and get hurt." And I can't remember which player it was, but one of them, I'm going to leave early, and I'm going to leave at the 9-minute mark. I'm going to get hurt, and so I'll be under all the numbers, all the alleged numbers that I would normally get.
Yeah.
And he did. Wow. The 9-minute mark. Have a nice day.
Okay, look, as much as I hate this and I hate to see the integrity
it's
undermined. Yeah. It like you said, it confirms what people have suspected for the longest time. I don't know, does it spread to other sports? But the one thing I think we can all unite on is I really hope this gets to LeBron James. I hope this somehow touches him, and that
I think we all can unite on that. I think we all can unite on that. There's no doubt about that. Look, and they all look. This happens, which is terrible, and it confirms what a lot of people already thought, and maybe reaches farther than we think. But for now, it's just the 30+ people involved because it's two different cases. But yesterday or the day before, the NHL signed a new licensing deal with the prediction markets. The NCAA yesterday said that the players, they can't bet on college football, but they can go ahead and bet on other stuff. I mean, it's gotta. I understand. It's a free country, and you're an adult. You should be able to do what the heck you want. But if you're playing in an actual sport,
you can't be throwing
that
games.
affects. You just can't. If that's going to have to be written into the NIL deal.
How do you police that though? If it's a friend, you see what I'm saying? Like you said, I'm going to go down at the 9-minute mark. I'm going to have the under. It's almost like that they can't. I don't know how you police
because
the people that they associate.
Okay, so what they do is they track the uptick in the bets. So, like, if I were to say, if it's usually, I don't know, and I honestly don't know the numbers, but let's just say 100 people bet on the over of Pat playing the full game or, making 20 points that night.
Mm-hmm. Is he wearing meat mitts or?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, boy.
And so there's and Pat told me, hey, I'm going down. I'm getting out tonight at 9-minute mark. I'm not going to be over. Bet the under. And so 3 or 4 or 5 extra people bet a lot of money under.
That's the problem.
Then
keep it to yourself.
Right.
You can't. Oh no, I got a sure thing. Everybody wants to look like the smart one. And look, guys,
really,
take the under. Trust me.
They're not smart at all.
No.
And they're just getting burned. And most of these people have made a lot of money and are making a lot of money.
And that's what Shaq said. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, why
you
it doesn't
make $9 million a year and you can't live with that?
And
it's crazy.
You're shanking a card game for 10 grand. It doesn't make any sense.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I do love though that I could actually bring out the canon music again because the gambling, the card games was Operation Royal Flush, and the other operation for the NBA games was Operation Nothing But Bet.
Instead of net, get it? That's cute. That's adorable. That's adorable. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith, he spent several minutes yesterday explaining why he thinks Donald Trump's FBI went after this gambling ring.
How many times, for one incident after another, have I said, Trump is coming? He's coming. I'm going to say it on national television again.
Wait.
Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you hearing ICE is going to be there, looking
that's what he
to engage in mass deportations. The Super Bowl, disrupting things. Big night for the NBA. Wembanyama put on a show. That has now been smeared because we're talking about this story, okay? Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time? I'm not talking about individuals. I'm talking about the culture. When people want to go to a casino, when people want to gamble, when people want to party, or whatever the case may be, this was his kind of connection to that. Why am I glad you're here, Monica? Because don't be surprised if the WNBA is next on his list. Mm-hmm. Because when you've got all of these protests that have been going out there and people that have been protesting against him and what have you, this man is coming. He's coming. And I've been saying it for a long time. And to me, this is the latest nugget of evidence that we're talking about right here. That's not to question the legitimacy of the case. We don't know. We're all sitting up here and we're saying that we don't know. But anybody that has been around him, anybody that has talked to him, anybody that has seen his reactions from the sports leagues and the positions that people have taken, they are not surprised at what's going on today. I'm watching a press conference with the director of the FBI. Yeah. Tell me when we've seen that. We've seen accusations before. We've seen athletes get in trouble with the law before. You don't see the director of the FBI having a press conference. It's not coincidental. What? It's not an accident. It's a statement. And it's a warning that more is coming. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're saying here. And everybody,
pause it for a second.
This
is
horrible.
We shouldn't be prosecuting crimes? Is that what he's horrible. Saying? They shouldn't worry about the integrity of these
He's just
NBA
babbling.
games?
He's just babbling.
I wonder if this explains it, because Pat Head, forget about it. How ironic. Says this rant by Stephen A. Smith is next level TDS. I'd say look into Stephen A. Smith's betting/banking history.
No kidding.
Seems like someone is taking this a bit personal.
Yeah, it does.
Weird take to point a finger at Trump, and he definitely doesn't care about the WNBA.
Plus, I have a question. While this happened during the Trump administration, how long has he been president?
8 months? 9 months?
Because they said this was a 4-year operation.
No, yeah. Right. That's right.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Donald Trump was
Right.
not president when this investigation started.
No correction necessary. You're not wrong on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
For a change, no correction necessary, Jeffy. Congratulations. You got a statement correct there.
Oh, look at that, man. He switched out a fat shame for a knowledge shame.
Yeah, that was good, though. That was a good point because it's a true one and it's a correct
Excuse me, I
one.
just have to balance my laptop here for a second.
All right. You know what? There's those who lead and those who follow. And when it's time for you to buy or sell a house, especially in this market right now, the type of person you need is the former, not the latter. You need somebody who's a leader. You need somebody who can follow through. A number of years ago, Glenn got so fed up with the follower types, not to mention the leader types who didn't know what they were doing, that he decided to do something about it. He started Real Estate Agents I Trust because he didn't want you to go through the same hassles that he went through. Real Estate Agents I Trust pairs you with the best real estate agent in your area. Somebody who knows the best practices, somebody who understands the crazy housing market, knows what buyers are looking for when you're selling your home, somebody who's a team leader and a closer, somebody you can trust. So if you're thinking about buying or selling your home or you're doing both, please get in touch with them. It's a free service we provide to you. There's no risk involved here. Real Estate Agents I Trust. The name says it all. realestateagentsitrust.com.
Call us at 888-900-3393. Pat Gray Unleashed will return.
Got a couple of tweets for you. Thor Spirit tweets, it's almost like legalized sports betting inevitably enables this kind of stuff.
Whoa.
It's almost
Back
like
off,
that.
Thor.
No, you're not saying it. It is because of that, though, of course.
Thanks, communist.
Thank you. It's America.
From Dulty Bell, so the NBA is just as rigged as the WWE? Not rigged.
No.
Scripted. Scripted.
I see.
Yeah.
I will say, though, didn't they, and I don't know that anybody's made the comparison yet, but wasn't it last year or the year before when they shut down sumo wrestling in Japan for a year because of their, because they were doing illegal stuff? And they just shut it down to make sure to clean it all out. And, I'm not comparing sumo wrestling to the NBA.
I hope not, because sumo wrestling is far bigger.
I mean, and the NBA just
Thank you.
So many ways.
I think it is. I got to go look at it.
The NBA had that referee that was...
and that was a while ago.
15 years ago. How did that... Surely it wasn't just him, but I don't know.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
Lone Wolf 2965. Wait, Jeffy was right about something? Has anyone checked the temperature in hell today?
Oh, no.
Is it under 32 degrees? Yes, it just froze over. So that is official now. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Kind of scary.
Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. No, really.
In New York City, Mayor Eric Adams has endorsed Andrew Cuomo now in the race, trying to stop Zoran.
Yeah, when you see this clip of Eric Adams, it's just a quick little endorsement there. He had a much longer thing. But the chart you're seeing next to him is the Polymarket betting odds. So did Eric Adams move the needle in the New York mayor's race? Let's see.
I'm fighting for the family of New York. That's why I'm here today to endorse Andrew Cuomo to be part of this fight. And I'm going to give him my all these next few days.
And you can see there was absolutely no movement whatsoever in the poly markets when Eric Adams threw his hat in.
Maybe it's a delayed reaction. Maybe we'll see it today.
We'll see it later.
Yeah.
So look at that. The money says it's a 92.5% chance that Mamdani wins. 6.8% for Andrew Cuomo.
Curtis Lee was under 1%.
Yeah, as far as the betting market.
Same as Eric Adams, who's not even in the race.
Oh, okay. All right, now you're rubbing it in.
Oh, golly. That's too bad. I mean, again, it affects all of us. You'd like to say, well, New Yorkers, you get what you deserve if you vote for this guy. But it affects all of us. So I wish you wouldn't do this. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there hasn't been a lot of polling data out over the last week, but at the last check, it was Mamdani at 43%, Cuomo 29%. Sliwa 19. So it's a 14-point lead for the Islamianists. If Sliwa got out of the race and everybody who was going to vote for Sliwa then suddenly decided, you know what, I don't mind the fact that Andrew Cuomo murdered many, many elderly in this city during COVID.
What about the sexual harassment stuff? You good with
and
that?
I'm okay with,
look past that?
once in a while.
What about just overall ineptness as a leader?
I mean, maybe, who knows how they were dressed at the time? I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe if everybody voted for, yes, he would win. If all of that went to Cuomo, but would it?
In theory, 48 to 43 at that point.
I don't know that anybody switches from Sliwa to Cuomo.
Not enough to make any kind of difference.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not scared enough about this Islamist in office in order to vote for Cuomo, is Sliwa getting out of the race going to prompt you to? I don't think so.
I mean, but this is the thing that Democrats and liberals have supported. New York, obviously a Democrat state. They have supported open borders. They have supported mass immigration.
Yeah.
And as we saw in that polling yesterday between foreign-born New York City voters and native-born New York City voters, that's why you got Zoran Mamdani as your next mayor of New York, because you like the
foreign-born voters are voting for what they fled and came here for something different, and now they're voting for the same thing they left.
That's the thing.
Pisses me off.
They didn't come here for something different. I think we need to.
What did they come here for?
They came here to change us.
Yeah. Well, obviously that's the case, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make us into what they just left. Little scary. Frankly. It's a little scary. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. We were talking about New York and the mayoral race there, but speaking of cities of massive size, Chicago's under the microscope yesterday, too. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker sat down with Bret Baier.
I know, he came on to Fox.
That's
I know.
bold of him.
I know.
Or dumb.
Or one of the two.
See.
He talked about crime. Here it is.
Why does Chicago have the highest murder rate of all the big cities?
Well, we are not in the top 30 in terms of our murder rate. Indeed,
the
our murder rate it has been cut in half over the last 4 years, and every year it's gone down by double digits. And if you look at all of the violent crime over the last 4 years,
here's a map.
They've all gone down.
U.S. cities, 17.47 per 100,000 population. Chicago is number one over Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Phoenix, Los Angeles, New York, and San Diego.
Wow.
What I'm explaining to you
now
is
you're
when
talking
you want
about
to fight
violent
crime, look, you can pull statistics up.
No, these are murders.
I'm explaining to you that our murder rate has been cut in half. And very importantly, Brett, and you got to hear this, very importantly, we've been doing the things that are necessary to bring crime down, right? We've invested in community violence interruption. We've invested in police.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. There you go. Pritzker said this straight.
It's fine. It's fine. 17 was their number per 100,000.
Yeah, and that's cut in half.
It was, I guess, one of the closest was. Can you find
Philadelphia was 16. Dallas
so that was
13.
the next closest. Dallas was pretty high. That was higher than I thought.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it was 13 something.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Houston and Dallas. Yeah.
Okay. It's almost exactly the same in Houston and Dallas. Philly is second. They're close.
These are large cities. If you put up mid-sized cities like Saginaw, Michigan, and Helena, Montana, those numbers are through the roof.
Don't know that I'd call Helena a mid-sized city.
Really?
But yeah, really. Pretty
now
small.
Since everyone's been shot.
Right, they've all been killed.
And to answer your question,
it used to be a town of 500,000. Now it's got 30,000. So you do the math. I mean, that's a lot of
dangerous.
death. That's a lot of death.
Holy crap.
I was lucky to get out. Lucky to get out.
So the mean
lucky
streets
to get out.
were seriously mean.
Teeming with people, and now the mean streets killed them all. Or not all, but
From
most of them.
500,000 to 30,000. A lot of people don't know that.
No, a lot of people don't.
And that's why you listen
if you
to
look
this
it
show.
up, I'm sure they'll lie
But
about
don't
it.
look it up. You got a native Montana
They have
here.
to.
They have to.
Those damn Chamber
Thank
of Commerce
you.
people.
Yes. You
But
can't
what-
trust the Chamber of Commerce in the mean streets.
No, we can't tell them anything about that. Don't listen.
The reason Pritzker is on Fox is obviously he's going to run for president, and he has to show a different audience.
Yes.
Look how acceptable I am.
Yeah. Right.
Wow, he thinks he's good enough for that. He does.
Speaking of gamblers.
That's a good call.
I wonder.
Right. I'm a card game. It's a legal card game.
Is it true he's cut the rate in half, or it's been cut in half? I know he didn't do it. But was it 34 per 100,000?
I think he's
and now it's
talking about
17?
something complete. I would bet that he's talking
I'd like
about
to look into those
something
stats because there's no
completely
way.
different.
He's spinning some kind of number
Yes.
there that doesn't make any sense. But he's trying to include small cities, right? And there are some really violent,
that was
like you
cute.
said,
Yeah.
Saginaw
Yeah,
is probably ahead of them.
Memphis,
Memphis,
a big
New
one, yes,
Orleans,
absolutely, yes.
Baltimore. I don't know. Baltimore's considered big still, I guess. But what was Baltimore? Was Baltimore on
I
that?
didn't see on that
No,
list.
I didn't see them either.
List, yeah.
So maybe they're not
That's
considered.
curious.
Yeah.
Well, no, let me look up the murder rate per 100,000.
And she's probably, they're probably doing something different with all these big cities.
Washington,
manipulate
D.C.
the numbers.
Now, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Put that back up. Put because this says Baltimore's murder rate is 34 to 35 per 100,000.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Was that not on that?
Wow.
Thank you.
New York.
Okay.
No, New York.
Yeah, it's not on there. It's not on there.
There's no room.
So-
With New York and Philadelphia
I
on there,
see.
there's no room.
East
for
Coast gets
Baltimore.
crowded for the graphics. Okay, DC's not on there.
No.
Come on.
Miami's not on there.
Seattle, Portland.
It is so.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
it's
they
kind
just
of
ran
a
out of town.
misleading. It's kind of a misleading map to make Chicago look bad, which I appreciate out of Bret Baier and Fox News. Mm-hmm. But
Well, there must be something to it. Like we're talking only about the city itself and not the metropolitan area.
oh, there you go.
Oh, here's what's
Maybe.
happened. Here's what happened. I'm just assuming that they put up that graphic. They just cut it off at Chicago. They were just comparing Chicago to all those cities on there as opposed to the ones that are worse, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting.
Bottom line is Pritzker sucks.
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
state sucks.
But good for him for coming on Fox. I mean, at least he went into...
It's a good call on Keith's part, though. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
He thinks he's so good, he's going to run for president now.
Yeah.
And nobody even knew
Good
who the
luck
hell
with
the guy
that.
was. It just,
Good luck with that. All right. I ran across this yesterday, and I was a little, I guess, amazed by it. It's Candace Owens talking about a number of things. First of all, she was not talking about Brigitte Macron, which I was kind of surprised by, because I want to hear the update on that. Where does that stand now that the evidence has been submitted from the Macrons to the court in Delaware where they're suing her for defamation? I'd like to see what evidence they presented. When are we going to...
Yeah.
When does that happen?
I don't know, but
that court date's got to be coming up soon,
here for
right?
it.
Me too.
I'm here for
I
it.
want to know, because they supposedly proved their point that she's a woman that, with photographs and, I don't know, DNA samples.
That's a no-win situation right there.
It is.
For whoever goes over that evidence.
What do you mean? Kind of a no-win for the Macrons. I mean, why are you doing this? It's fascinating.
Yeah, don't they have enough
The whole thing
problems?
is fascinating. But she had some other things to say. See how you feel about these things.
You want 16?
Yeah.
Leading people into AI, I have always sensed this demonic because I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like they just
I don't know
look
what you mean.
like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night.
Pause it for a sec. Okay, so she's saying these guys are hybrids between machines and humans?
That's correct. They're not. They're not real.
They're not actual people.
They're not humans.
They're not human.
Is she saying they like that, or is she saying?
I think
she
she's
really
saying
thinks that
they are that.
They are that,
right?
Yeah, because she goes on. She goes on to talk about how they wouldn't bleed.
Start this over, Joe. Let's hear this from the beginning because this is amazing.
Leading people into AI, I have always sensed this demonic because I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean?
No.
Like they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know? Like my phone's getting an update or something. It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed, you know? I'm not going to stab them. But I don't know if they bleed all the way. I think a battery would fall out. You know what I mean? And I just get that sense. I always known it was demonic.
Know what you mean.
And people just get on board because, as we talked about in this book, they are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this. And it's wrong and it's backwards. And the main component of all of this is psychology. Right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less healthy. We've become less emotionally sound. And yet they are convincing us that this is like humanity's great leap forward. We put a man on the moon, and he just like called them up and was like, "Hey, Prez, what's up? I'm up here. Yeah, it's so cool. It's really great. It's nice. Starry night up here. Okay, I'm gonna text you. I gotta go by in '69." And they get these people. They tell you like he's a genius. They're all writing like he's a genius. So we should just accept that Elon Musk is a genius because like all the writers who are obviously indoctrinated into the occult are telling us that this is the next person that we should worship. The establishment of Hollywood. It was all occults. They were all Aleister Crowley proteges who were just raping kids and summoning demons. And demons are real.
Oh, wow.
So at the same time that they're summoning demons, they are making us all believe that faith is not real. And that has been, I think, the greatest the greatest trick that the devil ever played, right? Is making people think that he didn't exist and making people atheist, making people believe that there's nothing, like you're here for a moment in time, because then it allows them to further tether us to their reality and to their God, which is money, right? Well, if you truly knew and believed, like I do, I actually know that this is not it. Like I know this is not it. But if you truly believed that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People think that that's just like an expression. Oh, he sold his soul. No, you are literally selling your soul. Like when you tell lies and you go down a path of lying because you're so afraid of not having the security of a paycheck, or you're willing to do something terrible to maintain that job, or keeping your mouth shut to maintain that job. We're seeing it right now with the Charlie Kirk case, right?
I don't know.
You're selling your soul. Like there's a life after this. They have made you pledge your allegiance to their dollar because they know life is going on. They know that. They want you to literally sell them your soul. That's my personal belief. It's why I am religious. It's why I speak about my faith openly, because I just know if this is not it, and I just know these people are demons. Like I don't know. They just like look at the way they breathe. Like
they just know they're demons.
Is this an interview?
I look at Sam Altman. I'm like, look, I don't know.
Rant.
Just a rant, I think.
Oh. That's not he's like droid, obviously.
You know what she means? You know what she means.
Absolutely.
You know what she means.
So
I don't actually. That was we went so many different directions there.
Yeah. How do you respond? to that?
I don't know how you even put that together.
But as she one of the points that she made was you sell your soul because you're afraid of losing your paycheck or whatever. And when she said that, I was like, I wonder what she's worth, right?
Yeah.
And so, according to Google, it says that she is worth around $12 million. Okay. So now I guess she's comfortable enough where she can just speak her mind freely. But then I thought, wonder how accurate that is. And then I typed in
I doubt
Keith Malinak net worth. Malinak's net worth is estimated around $45 million. His primary source of wealth stems from his journalism career at The Blaze. So
wow, that's pretty good, Keith.
Accurate.
What are you doing getting up at 3 in the morning every day?
I'll tell you this, that pisses me off.
Me too.
I'm not denying that I'm worth $45 million, but
Okay.
So anyway, I have no idea how much she's worth based on what we just learned here about my own wealth.
Okay.
What
was she saying
what
there,
was
though?
that?
I don't know. What they're a hybrid of demons, or are they a hybrid of computers?
That you don't understand it, so that means you're not smart enough.
I guess. Okay. Wow. I mean,
it was quite a ramble.
Yeah. She's come a long way since.
It was quite a ramble.
Since what's it been? 2 years since she left. Whatever. Daily Wire. 2 years? 3 years?
Oh.
However long the Israel Hamas thing started, right?
Yeah. So 2 years,
It's strange.
She may be hanging out with Kanye West a little too much.
Somebody did
That's
say...
a good idea. That's a good thought.
I saw a comment yesterday. It's funny you mentioned that said, something must have happened to her. This feels like her Kanye West moment. That's what somebody said.
This is her Kanye West moment.
It does.
Yes.
It doesn't even feel like you should make fun of it.
Well,
really.
she even thanked. I know she even thanked people. Maybe it's in the next video where she's talking about Charlie Kirk. Where she thanked people for being there, and she'd been off. And I don't follow Candace, so I'm not quite sure what was going on. But she made it appear like she'd been off. Dealing with things. I don't know what things that would be, but strange.
So there's more from her?
There's another clip that's titled Candace Owens blames Trump for Charlie Kirk's death.
Oh, yeah, and Israel.
What? Oh, man. Oh, no.
Just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know. We just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do.
What?
It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. So like holiday and a boulevard. And it's never on a nice side of town either.
Wow.
Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be on a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support throughout these couple of weeks. These last really kind of 6 weeks since Charlie died. And we will see you guys then.
I don't even know what to say to that. So she's blaming Israel, obviously, for the death of Charlie Kirk. And the feds. Very strange.
And her proof is because they've given him a boulevard and a holiday.
So that means that they killed Washington too?
Killed them all.
And Lincoln?
If you get a holiday and a boulevard, you are killed.
You've been killed by the federal government.
They had enough of you.
Okay.
They had enough. You don't need you anymore.
And Kennedy.
Well, they got Che Guevara Boulevard in a lot of different places. Did they kill him too? They must have killed him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. Is there a number people can call
It's
about
right
that?
there.
There is. It's right there.
It's right there.
It's
Right in front of you.
Wow. Of course, I don't believe that, obviously. I also don't believe another rumor that is circulating on the internet about Charlie Kirk, and that's that he had filed for divorce. Now, I'm not saying that Candace is promoting this. It's just online. It's on TikTok that he filed for divorce from Erica before he died, which is completely not true. It was made up by somebody who was joking about it, and now it's just been run with
now it's
online.
Gone with,
yeah. So people just started running with it. I mean, there's so many ugly things being said.
So he was filing for divorce?
No,
is
he
what
was
you're
not.
saying?
No, I'm saying he did not.
Patrick and Lee said that Charlie Kirk filed for divorce? Is
no,
that right?
I'm saying
that's what I heard.
No, he did not. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I tuned in late. Sorry.
Says so
okay.
on social media.
Right.
That's what it said. You know what else social media says?
Oof.
This is fascinating. This Keith Malinak cat is worth $45 million.
Well, that's true. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, I heard that.
I heard that
earlier
Yes.
today. I
have to find. How does this happen? I mean,
I don't know, but that's awesome.
this is incredible.
Let him think it.
It says,
Are you alerting people to how many pieces of paper you're going to print every morning, and then they make a prop bet on
There
it?
it is.
The over and under.
Oh,
The over and under.
That's how I'm going to do this. My goodness. I mean, listen to this. Keith Malinak's wealth showcases his media prowess, entrepreneurial spirit, and dedication to conservative values. By leveraging his skill, I mean, this is like a 10 or 12 paragraph explanation of my career and how it's made me $45 million. I'm about $45 million short of that. Wow. I just don't know what writes this. Is this AI?
I don't know.
It has to be.
Must be, yeah.
The Malinak Media Group? What the hell is that? Somebody buy that domain for me.
I'd like to know.
Oh, my gosh.
We need to look into that because you're holding out on us, man.
MMG, Malinak Media Group.
If we see an FBI investigation, then
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me tell you about Patriot Mobile. Every so often, something happens that reminds us just how fragile freedom is. We can't afford to take our rights for granted. We have to draw a line in the sand, and our friends at Patriot Mobile have been doing just that for more than 12 years. The truth is, there's only one provider that boldly stands in the gap for Americans who believe freedom is worth fighting for, and that is Patriot Mobile. Not only are they leading the red economy, they're also outpacing the competition in technology, too. Patriot Mobile is the only one of the carriers offering premium access to all three major networks, giving you nationwide coverage and service you can count on. They also offer unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, internet backup, and a lot more. Plus, switching is really easy. You can activate in minutes from home or your office. They've got a 100% U.S.-based customer service. You can keep your number, you can keep your phone, or you can upgrade if you want. They'll do whatever you're looking for. Take a stand today. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat, or you could just call 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code PAT for a free month of service right now. Free month of service when you use the promo code PAT. That's patriotmobile.com/Pat, or just call 972-PATRIOT and make the switch today.
Now, more Pat Gray Unleashed.
So Rosie O'Donnell is calling for a
I don't know.
a blackout?
Yeah, put this up, this full screen, please. I forgot what this thing said. Let's see. Is there a date on this? Oh, November 25th
blackout
through December 2nd. So around Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this is that whole week around Thanksgiving.
Don't do any work. No projects. No spending. No events. No restaurants. No restaurants.
She's trying to tank the economy.
Well, yeah.
No
She's trying to get liberals to get on board with some mass blackout.
Isn't that vacation time? So of course no one's going to go to work.
Yeah. Well, it's also she's catering to liberals, and they don't work to begin with. So,
all right. November 25th through December 2nd.
The largest economic blackout protest in U.S. history begins November 25th.
Are you sure that's for America and not for Ireland?
Right. Right. I thought she moved out.
Yeah,
That's right. Why do you care?
So
Rosie?
maybe she's trying to tank Ireland's economy.
My gosh, she's hideous. Wow. Like anybody's going to do this. Will liberals even get involved in that?
Like I said,
I can't imagine
they
it.
would have to work before they could.
Yeah, that's true.
Ain't no need to be rude, Pat.
That's Keith
That's
Malinak
good. Yeah,
being
thank
rude
you.
there. The $45 million man.
45 of the Malinak Media Group.
Right. So
Cut
don't blame
that down
me for
with this.
that.
There's no need to be rude, Keith.
I looked up my net worth once, and it was only like $3 million.
Let's look this up. Hold on. Now let's see. Let's update it.
I'm $42 million behind
Pat
you.
Gray
Keith.
net worth. Let's see if this checks out here.
All right.
I can't make this up. I can't.
Okay.
Okay. There's two.
How much?
There's two different. Okay. Do you want to go with the high end or the low end?
Well, let's do both. What's the high end?
High end's $5 million.
5.
Okay.
Okay.
So you made 2?
Yeah. Low end is 26 26.3 thousand.
No, that's me.
26.3 thousand.
Mine would be negative 26.3 thousand. So
wow.
Oh wait, here's another one. I scroll down here. Okay, so the same Cloudflare, and I'll post this link if y'all want to mess around with yourselves here. Is Cloudflare that says that I'm worth 45 million. Yours says you're worth 5 to 16 million.
That sucks.
Right?
How am I so far behind you? How did that happen?
Because you don't have a media group.
You don't have a
I don't have a
You
media
don't
group.
have a media
That's
group.
right.
Come on.
That's very
That's where the
true.
money is when you
All
create your own media group.
So I've got to type in Jeffy Fisher for Jeff because otherwise it'll be the NFL coach.
NFL coach, yeah.
And it still comes up. Let's see. Oh, what's your middle name start with?
How about you don't worry about what his middle name starts with?
don't worry about what.
Because a lot of Jeff Fishers come up here, and I'm trying to figure out if they know which one is you.
Dude, Jeff Fisher, what is it? Jeffy.
The Blaze. Let's type in
The Blaze.
Let's see here.
Jeffy.
It's negative 26.
Definitely negative 26.2 thousand. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
There's just too many Jeffies here.
It doesn't have.
I bet you're this one. I bet you're the Jeffy that's worth 166 million.
There you go.
That sound right?
I mean, I like
right.
this. I like the sound of it.
It sounds really good.
It sounds really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
I like the sound of it a lot.
Don't trust anything on the internet, y'all.
Oh, it's on the internet. It must be true. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you wish it were, and then other times not so much.
Yeah.
Not so
I got to check in with whoever I left in charge of the Malinak media group when I came in this morning. I got to figure out what's been going on over there.
So some stuff on the internet is right. Some stuff on the internet is wrong.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Did Charlie Kirk file for divorce?
No.
Is that what you were saying?
No, he did not. He did not.
I heard that somewhere.
I heard that somewhere too.
Yeah. You got to nip those in the bud. And so I'm not even going to joke about that one.
Because there would be a public record of that, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yes. Right.
And if you stab Elon Musk,
if it happened because of that, they would cover it up. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got overtime coming up to deal with this now. Yeah, the mess that Jeffy just made for us. And we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.